Anandam. We welcome all the Mahants, Sri Mahants, Kotaris and Thanedars to today's Vakya list conducted by the Balasans of the Nityananda Gurukul. And the topic for today is the morning satsang. So before we start, if anybody has any questions, please put them in the comment section below.
I have a question on today's morning satsang. Swamiji was saying that when you take the first step, automatically life starts happening and the perfection will automatically come. So why do we need to take that first step, and how by taking that first step perfection automatically comes?
What I feel is that first step is the first decision you take for life. So when you just make that one decision, then automatically all the thoughts and all the actions which you do will just completely align. So when that one thought comes to you and you decide for life at that time, you can make sure everything comes in alignment at that point in time.
Adding on to her point, what I feel is today morning when Swamiji was happy when we told that we took bath in Vaidyasarovar, how we caused that reality. Only because Swamiji told, because we accepted the Guru Vak, what he told, we immediately did it. And because Swamiji was happy, he told us that only if you take the first initiative, only then it will be of use. Or else if you think that, yes, after it gets proper, like how it happened in Swamiji's life, if we let it get clean, then Swamiji will go stay in come here and stay. If we take only the first initiative, only then we'll be able to move on. Sharing my own experience, before joining Gurukul, when I used to get homework, if I used to say that, oh, today I'll finish the homework and I'll give it. But after going home, I would be like, no, not now, I want to play. Not now, I want to play. Let me first think of what to write, like look in the textbooks, read and all that, and then do whatever is supposed to be done. But at the end of the day, I would end up never doing the homework, and next day in school I would be rushing for the last moment. But I remember one day I decided that let it be, whatever happens, I'll start at least, and then we'll see what to do. So I started doing, and I finished the whole thing and gave it. So only when you take the first step, only when you start doing, whether the situations are ideal for you or no, it will happen because you have already taken the initiative.
Sharing my own experience also, when I was back in the USA, I used to love baking and cooking. So one of my main dishes that I used to cook for my family was pizza, and that too without yeast, without garlic or onion, without any sort of meat mixing, and it should be completely organic and healthy. So when I wanted to make this as a reality for my family, because we as a family love to eat pizza, but that too once in a while, and not as not going out and eating whatever is outside. We wanted it in a specific way. So I took the initiative and said, okay, I'm making the list of items, let me research online and just see which store might have it. And then we found a organic food store which sells vegan cheese and non-yeast wheat flour, and everything was organic and up to the quality that we wanted, because we are healers of Swamiji. So just I made the decision that I wanted to make it, and I started researching about it, and my parents supported me to make this reality happen. And it can be as small as a pizza or a cookie, but this small thing, when you implement it in your life for each and everything, it can lead up to enlightenment itself.
Adding on to what Tripura said, when you take Cosmos always is ready to shower you with blessings. So all you gotta take is that first initiative saying, yes, I want to do something. You decide on something. Say, I would take the first step forward and tell the Cosmos saying, I want to do this. And once you take the first step forward, Cosmos will shower you blessings and say, yes, you know what you want to do. So let's push you forward and make you successful in life. So that's the only secret to any success in life. You just have to take that initiative and say, know what you want to do. The clarity is all that matters when you want success.
And I want to add on also. So Swamiji also told today morning that when we follow Guru Vak, whatever we want, it will manifest. Like, so he told we took up the responsibility and made sure that we took bath in Vaijis River. So he told it will happen, like we will clean the Vaijis River and what we wanted to be clean. So that will happen.
I have a question. See, Swamiji has told that the first decision you take in your life, it just happens. But there are a lot of incidents that has happened in my life where I have made a decision but it never happened. For example, I remember that being in Gurukul, I was asked to make few checklists of temples. But I could not make it happen. Even after I decided, yes, I will make it today. But it never happened. And then it later on happened through someone else. But through me, it never happened. So, how can you say that the first decision of your life becomes a reality?
Sorry for the technical glitch. There was just a short current failure. We're going to resume the Vakya discuss.
Answering to my Yoga Tattva's question, what I feel is, like from my own experience, there are many times in my own life where I'll decide for something. But what is the use of just deciding? Deciding means, suppose you take your temple checklist itself. You just decide and after that you don't do anything for it, then what is going to be done? And at the end of the day, nothing is done. So it's not just by, the decision also should be authentic. Decision not like, okay, I'll do it. It should not be like that. Yes, I'll do it. And Swamiji told, and whenever you decide, for me, when I decide, even I will not, at the starting, even I will not believe it. Because so many times, others will tell, what is the use, you have committed all those times. You should be confident about yourself when you decide.
Adding on to Machiga's point, what I feel is, even though you have taken so many steps, only if you have the passion for whatever you have decided, only then the thing is even going to happen. If you really have passion and interest in whatever you have decided, then surely it will happen by you itself. Adding on to what they said, see, in the manifesting power session, we also learned that only when you're really intense about something and you do it from end to end, only then it will happen. Like, we got an assignment. The Balasans, a few Balasans had to manifest ice cream for all the kids. So our standards of ice cream are that the milk should not be non-pasteurized and there should be no white sugar used. So, and there are like very few shops in the whole of Bangalore which actually sell that ice cream. So within like one day, they got the contact of the shop. Then they got, like, the shop was like literally on the other side of the city. So they had to get the ice cream back and make sure it didn't melt. So, and they also had to get the ice cream approved and blessed from Swamiji. So within one day, because of their intensity, they just manifested the whole ice cream, and the whole of Gurukul got to enjoy 2 ice creams, not just one.
So if you have any questions, you can put it down in the comment section below and we will answer all of your questions.
Going back to answering my Yoga Tattva's question, feels like when you first make a decision to do something, isn't Cosmos supporting you? Why don't you go forward and why does it become successful? Something from my experience is when you start on a project, you're really motivated. You start, you say, oh, I want to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You have a whole list. And with that, enthusiasm, you should take the first step. Say, I'm going to call someone and get this started right now. The first step has to be done when you're enthusiastic and you have the drive and the ideas during that same time period. It has to be done. That's when you know that you've taken the first step. Making a list and the ideas is one aspect of it. Taking the first step takes you to success.
So answering to my Yogadatta's question, even if you have you've been wanting to make something happen, only when that will persistence come through, only when you might just decide, you might just be like, okay, I have to get this temple routine, like for your, as you give an example of the temple routine, even when you give such an example like that, only when you have that real will, that will persistence, then only it will happen and become into reality.
Okay, adding to Dhriti's point, I want to add a story from the Mahabharata, which is one of the Hindu epic. See, actually there is this person called Ekalavya. All of you should be knowing that Dronacharya, who is guru of the all Pandavas and Kauravas, actually in those days specific gurus used to teach only for specific group of people. So Drona, when Ekalavya, he's like a forest tribal small boy. So when he went to Drona, when he saw Drona teaching the Pandavas and Kauravas, when he went, Dronacharya actually sent him back telling that I'll teach only for Kshatriyas, not people like you. Then see, even though life about to accept for what he wanted to do, because of the passion he had, because of the interest he had in the archery, he went back to the forest. He actually made a deity of Dronacharya, and every day when Dronacharya used to teach for Arjuna, he'll hide behind the bushes and learn. That is the interest behind what you want to do in life. So, and one more thing which I want to tell you is, it's not like life is always going to be like a Dronacharya for us. And Swamiji has always told us that when we decide one time, and cosmos will move 1,000 times and help us.
I have a question about what they told. See, if a person, like example me, in my life, let's say it's an experience, when I'm having passion on something, real interest, and yet I'm not showing will persistence, then how is that thing going to happen? Will that thing really happen? Even they are having high passion for it.
See, maybe your idea of passion may be stuck in your head, but that passion has to now come out in the form of action. Because, like, maybe you might be really passionate about swimming or like any sport or any art or anything that you wanted to do. But if it's really a passion, immediately it will be happening in action. And if you're telling that you're really passionate about it but you're not doing it, means you're just brooding over it and not doing anything. A real passion, immediately you will want to make it happen and want to manifest it in your life.
Adding my own experience, before I joined Gurukul, I used to really love badminton, but I didn't really know how to play badminton. So this was like around 3 to 4 years ago. I used to only watch people and I used to be like, wow, it's so nice, I wish I could play and all that. But I never really took a step towards it. But one day I was like, that's it, I have to learn to play badminton. I want to play. So when I started learning, it's like as an action it came out. So when your passion becomes into action, you'll start manifesting it.
Adding on to Srimata's point, what I feel about passion is, what is passion? Something which you love and which you will give your life for it. So what I feel is, suppose take an example of your one friend. When your friend is in trouble, you will not tell, I love him but what to do, my body is not moving, I cannot help him. If you really love somebody, you will run for them, right? You will give your full life as much as you can. So what I feel is, if you are not acting to it, then be very clear that is not your passion. And if at all you are really highly passionate about something, you will do it immediately. From my own experience, there are many things which I will brood over and tell. Like sometimes I'll tell I want to learn and I'll just do nothing. But when I really want to make it happen, for example, I don't. From the background I come from, I don't know Devanagari script, which is Sanskrit letters. But then I really wanted to learn the Sanskrit songs like Guru Ashtakam and other things. It just took 15 minutes. I just went behind somebody, tortured that person and really learned it in 15 minutes. So that is the first time I learned if I really want to make something happen, then I'll do anything for it. So if you're not doing it immediately, then be very clear that it's not your passion.
Adding one more point, one of the last points to Machida's question, like answer. When you have a passion, you don't really need will persistence behind it. The passion itself will manifest into reality. So when someone is really passionate about something, you will just do it. It's just when you're not passionate about it, that's when you need will persistence.
Adding to the point, what I feel is that Swamiji has once told that cosmos is the canvas of Tadastu. Whatever you aspire for, it just happens. Because cosmos says Tadastu. So, if you just aspire and tell cosmos you have to make it happen, it will happen.
I'm having a question. See, if you don't have will persistence towards one of your passions, then how is it going to happen? Like in my own experience, I've had the passion for doing so many things, like dancing, singing, and all that. And okay, I just told my mom that okay, I want to go and all, but it never really happened because I was not persistent towards it. Then how can it happen if you're not persistent?
The context I was trying to set was, yes, you'd have to be persistent, but when you have a passion, you wouldn't have to go out of your way to do it. To be honest, if you have a real passion, like for me, from my experience, the way I put it is, if I enjoy drawing or sketching, I won't really have like will persistence and say, I must go for drawing classes, I must do this. Out of your very nature itself, you will start manifesting that reality. It will kind of come to you. It's not something you have to really go beyond. If you really like dancing, you'll just listen to some music and you start. It's not something like I have to go for dance classes. That you won't have to take will persistence. Real passion manifests itself, at least in my experience.
Adding to our point, what I feel is that passion is something which you really want to do in your life, and you'll dedicate yourself in that passion. You will be so into it that nothing will stop you. Like even your boredom and tiredness will not stop you. So if it was your real passion, I feel that you will make it happen no matter what.
So what I feel as the essence of today's Vakya to this is that when you have real intensity and real passion for something, you will make it happen no matter what.
So, Manitya Shraddha Priyananda has a question. At Akashik reading, Kalabara told, I will be a sannyasi at Varanasi to one at my question. I really didn't wait this answer. So how can it happen if at the moment we didn't wait it?
What I feel is when you take it as Kalabhairava, it is not whether you want it or not. Kalabhairava will simply what he decides only is our life. So what I think is he knows the reason for it. If you don't wait it, he'll make sure you wait for it in the future.
Answering to your question, Shraddha Priya, one thing is that see, Kalabhairu is not talking about what your small desires are, what your small passions are at the moment. He sees your life, your lives, and so many janmas that you have taken before, and the way that you're living like your life right now, and how your cognitions can mature. So by seeing that huge picture, see, you might be seeing your life as the amount of years that you've lived in this life, but he sees the whole like lives put together of your being. So through that, he tells you what is needed for your life, and Kalabhairu tells the ultimate thing. So following that will really make your life a completely different level of completion than just your small desires.
Also, what I feel is that in Akashic readings, whenever Kalabhairu reveals something, it is not that he is just looking at one small aspect of your life. He is looking at the various possibilities that you have. See, Swamiji has said that the human life has evolved from amoeba to the human life. So, from amoeba to the human life, all the various janmas that you have taken, all whatever has happened, he sees all of that. All of that is recorded in the cosmic archives, which are the Akashic records. So when the Balasans sit and read the Akashic records, it is literally like the whole, the whole is being revealed to you. So Kalabhairu will just see what is the best for you and give that to you.
Adding on to what Tripura told, if Kalabhairu is the one who has said it, then if you have a feeling that if you trust Kalabhairu and you really know that whatever Kalabhairu is saying is for your good, and that will happen, even if you wouldn't have awaited, that will surely happen. And moreover, whatever Kalabhairu is deciding for you and your life is going to be good.
So the essence of today's Vakyatasiddhas is few points. One is that when you have the real passion and drive to do something, that passion itself will become your will persistence, and your goal itself will be achieved without even you knowing. And next thing is that whenever you are stuck at some point, you feel that you were having that drive to do what you really want to do, just add the action component into it, and immediately you can manifest it in your life. Swamiji says that 90% of the job is only in action, only 10% is the decision and brainstorming. So with this,
What I feel is the essence of today's Vakyatasiddhas is, if you have a passion, then do it. If you don't know what is your passion, come and attend this July 25th IA, and come and attend Sadashivantra, and you can go to the nearest center for Akashic readings to find out what is your passion, and come and attend this December Mahasadashivaham.
With this, we come to the conclusion of today's Vakyatasiddhas, and we will explore in further truths in the further Vakyatasiddhas and satsangs. So with this, we finish with the Purna Mantra.